Hello, my name is Valur Grettisson. I'm an editor in Reykjavík Grapevine, the Reykjavík Grapevine, and you're watching the Reykjavík Grapevine's newscast. This is just a regular newscast. I'm not on the mountain, as you can see. The volcano is still at it, and there are some news from there also, but I'm not going to tell you today. We're going to go later this week. There is, of course, Polly. She came with me today. We're throwing this ball. We're in front of Harpan. This is our music, concert house in Reykjavík. It's a beautiful house. Was designed by Ólafur Elíasson, and what's perhaps the most important about this place right now is that US and Russia are going to meet here in this week and discuss foreign issues. This is basically the biggest news in Iceland right now. But so, Sergei Lavrov, the Foreign Secretary of Russia, and Antony Blinken, which is the Foreign Secretary of the US, they will meet in Iceland the 20th of May and discuss foreign issues. This is the first time the Secretary of the US under Joe Biden's government meets his colleague from Russia, so it'll be interesting because Joe Biden, he has been quite more tough on Russia than Donald Trump ever was. Trump was kind of like enabled with the Russians in many ways. It was hilarious for Icelanders and I think Europe to watch this. And it was evident that Donald Trump had a soft spot for Vladimir Putin. But Joe Biden doesn't. And so it's going to be interesting to see how this discussion will be. They will be here, it's like, if you think about it, it's like a kind of a Cold War situation, and many in Iceland, the media in Iceland, they stopped this like the meeting at Höfði #2. And Höfði, I've told you about this house before. This is the time when Gorbachev and Ronald Reagan met up in Höfði in 1986, and many say that was like the first stepping stone in making, first of all, peace between the US and the Russians in the Cold War at the time. And also it was like the first time, the first of many, I don't want to say that it was Iceland's, we end the Cold War, but the seed was planted in Iceland perhaps to end the Soviet Union. And it, of course, ended in 1989, only 3 years later, which is definitely interesting in so many ways. But Secretary Blinken will travel on May 17th to Reykjavík, and he will meet our President Guðni T.H. Jóhannesson, as well as our Prime Minister Katrín Jakobsdóttir. This is also interesting because the last time we had a high-rank US official was when Mike Pence came to Iceland. And it was quite evident that the Prime Minister, Katrín Jakobsdóttir, didn't really want to meet him. They didn't dub it like that, but everybody saw what was happening. She said she had another meeting scheduled. It was like a meeting with the Scandinavian prime ministers at the time, and she went and met them instead of meeting Mike Pence. So she did not prioritize to meet him. But Mike Pence sought this very hard, and in the end, they had this very short 1-hour meeting at the Keflavik airport, when she was coming back from, I think, Denmark or whatever the country was, one of the Scandinavian countries, and Mike Pence was leaving the country. Of course, also, we didn't really like Mike Pence when he came to Iceland. The reason was basically that he's been very much against gay rights, and it was very, very interesting what happened when Mike Pence came to Iceland is that all of the offices and the companies in the area where he was meeting with this year. Okay, this is a closed area for some reason. So what happened was basically that everybody, all the companies, they pulled up the rainbow flag so in support to show like how much they were in unity with gay rights. And of course, gay rights in Iceland are very important. We like individual freedoms, and we've always respected that, unlike the US that has very much issues with that. So it's interesting to see that, of course. Gode? Hey, tack. Yeah, there are cars and everything. So, while in Reykjavik, Secretary Blinken will also participate in the Arctic Council Ministerial. The Secretary looks forward to joining the 7 other Arctic states, a 6 permanent participant organization representing indigenous peoples of the Arctic at this biennial gathering. This is, of course, like basically just a cocktail party with a lot of like people coming in their private jets and talk about whatever they're going to talk about. This is held every year. It goes between countries and so on. It's interesting, but perhaps not that interesting to all. Also, COVID is still going on, and COVID is basically it's almost done, to be honest. And I think I can say pretty confidently that we are like half on our way to basically like get this over with. Right now we have I think it's like 22% of the nation is fully vaccinated. 28% of the nation is has had their first shot, and 24,000 people will be vaccinated only this week. And remember, we are so small as a nation, and 24,000 people are like almost like I think it's like 6, 7, or 8%. We are 360,000, so yeah, it will be like you saw in the Icelandic perspective. I'm not the best in numbers, so I'm just shooting at this like 6, 7% of the nation. So this means that we feel like everything is opening up. It's actually incredible to feel it, because Iceland has never gone through this hardcore lockdown, but we have had pretty strict rules. And right now, everything is opening up slowly again. The bars are opening up, and just people on the streets, it's just different. And it's very interesting to like feel it and live it. So we are very, very happy. And of course, the goal in the end of June, we will have no domestic restrictions at all. And to be honest, I think we will get there. Meaning, if you come, for example, as a tourist, you will come to Iceland and of course go through you will of course have to test there, and there are rules about the borders and so on. And meaning that you will have no restrictions in the country if you are able to enter it at all. But but we have, of course, still, like I said, border controls, and the border controls are a little bit strict, and they are hard. And you need to go to covid.is if you want to see how the rules are. Do not just do this with half mind. You have to basically go all the way and just check out these rules, because they are strict, and you could actually be sent back or forced to be in a quarantine hotel if you do not understand this correctly. So, meaning that we have over 600 people now at these quarantine hotels, mostly people from Poland. Poland is, of course, there are a lot of people working and living here from Poland. Wonderful people, hardworking people, very much like Icelanders, just even a little bit more hardworking than we are. So we love the Polish nation, but they are not very good handling COVID right now. The reason is complex, to be honest, but they are like, things are quite serious in Poland right now, meaning that all people from there, they need to quarantine at these hotels or at their own place, of course, if they can. So, and Eurovision, let's end there. I mean, I don't know if you, for example, from America, I just need to explain this a little bit. Eurovision is held every year when all European countries choose the worst song that they can imagine, except from the Eastern Bloc. They always send their best. This competition is just filled with bad music, but a lot of nice atmosphere. We of course sent last year. We were trying to send this guy Daði and Gagnamagnið. To explain this a little bit even more. Of course, this Eurovision is, of course, it's showed live in TV in Europe, and it's huge. It's like over 300 million people, around between 200 or 300 million people that watch this every year, and it's bigger than like your Super Bowl or whatnot. So it's quite something. And we love it. It's tacky, it's hilarious, it's weird music, weird moments and everything. And we get, the reason we love it, of course, is because we get really drunk on these nights. It's the only reason, to be honest. If you're not like 20 years old and don't have kids, then you don't get, then you get drunk. But if you have kids, of course, it's a wonderful moment to just chill with the kids. But it's tedious in some ways, but it's always fun. So, Daði and Gagnamagnið. Daði became like a superstar in one night, actually, when he made this song, what was it called? Think About Things. And this song was, it was predicted to win Eurovision. But then, of course, Eurovision was not held last year because of COVID, meaning that this song was not allowed to be in the competition. So we decided to give Daði a second chance, and now he has a new song. But the worst thing is that there was again the Polish band, the people in like the band from Poland and their like song. One of their members actually got the COVID, and the Icelandic team is at the same hotel, and one of the Icelandic team also got COVID. Meaning that they're all being tested, they're quarantining and whatnot, and we're not sure right now if Daði and his band will actually be able to step on the stage in Rotterdam, the Netherlands or Holland, where the competition is held. Meaning that they will have to play like they have pre-recorded it, and they will play the record instead. So it's safe to say that he is very unlucky, but it seems like Eurovision, which will be like the final night will be on Saturday, next Saturday. It will be held, and it will be interesting to see how it will go, and we will probably watch it, although sometimes we say like we're too cool to watch it, but everybody watches it. We're all Eurovision nerds like within, so we're not trying to be an elitist about it. So I think, to be honest, that Italy is going to win. They have a fantastic rock song, but you never know when it comes to it, right? So that's it for news. Like and subscribe it if you like it, and comment if you have something to say. Share it if you want some other people to see it, and yeah, Polly saying goodbye. You good? Yes, yes. Oh, you want me to throw? Okay. And they. See you later. Tack. Hvað þjárt?